goes to Temba, who was drawing something in class, and asked him, "What are you drawing?" Temba responded, "I'm drawing God." "God? No one knows how God looks like," said teacher. "Well, they will know him now," said Temba. So good evening and welcome to this very cold Opportunity Tuesday. So much for spring day. Ha, 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 how funny. Welcome to Talk with Rams Live. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also find us on YouTube as Talk with Rams on all three platforms. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for becoming our partner. Tonight, we come under stringent conditions of ESCOM's load shedding, which means that we had to pre-record both our interviews to avoid interruption and disappointment. We don't want to disappoint you. That doesn't change the content at all and its importance. Also tonight, we launch a partnership with the SA Innovation Summit, which happens on the 30th to the 1st of October, 30th September to the 1st of October. And because of this partnership, you qualify for a 10% discount to the summit. Use the promo code RAMS10, and the link is below as I speak to you. Tonight, our Opportunity Tuesday focuses on the importance of cloud accounting. We found out how it can be done, but also about an opportunity our guest brings in that space. But before that, we start where we normally start. We speak to our guest on the quickie, someone who can use a bit of leg up to give their hustle some muscle. Sandile Tumiso is a full-time artist. He's not Temba. His love for the arts started at a very young age, but took off at the age of 25 when he lived in Chicago in the US. Good evening, mate, and thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Good evening. Thank you for having me, guys.
I'm going to have to start very rough. Why the hell would you want to leave Chicago and come to a country that's got absolutely no appreciation of the arts?
You know, everyone asks me that. I think the main reason is because the inspiration started from home. I was inspired from here. So eventually it came around to me coming back home and starting my art business here. And you'd be surprised, it's actually done better here than it was in the US.
Oh, interesting.
I've actually got more support here than in the US, yes.
Wow. Well, you know, us Philistines tend to think that the arts have no life in this country. What kind of artist are you, though?
I'm actually a painter. I use acrylic. I make portraits. So I mostly paint faces, right? That's my inspiration. When I see a face, I want to recreate it, make it striking. I put my colors there. I like using all kinds of effects in my work. Yeah.
I have seen some of your work, amazing work. You do amazing things to people's faces, much more amazing than what Rasta does. But why do I know Rasta and I don't know Sandy?
I think Rasta he got a head start. No, he does I think his marketing strategy is really good. I'll be honest. You know, he has a tactic of painting things not as they are, but you know, just for maybe reactions. He gets reactions from people, so that's how he builds his fan base. So I think that's something he's mastered. You know.
I'm glad somebody agrees with me. I think Rasta has got an amazing business strategy.
He does.
Your work, you've been doing it for how many years now?
I started in 2014, so it's been about 6 years, but I started painting 2 years ago. So from 2018, when I came back, I started painting and I did a few local celebrities here and there just to kickstart, you know?
Yeah. And are people recognizing? Is it getting traction?
It's getting traction, but with this year, it's been kind of slow because of the markets have been closed, the galleries have been closed. COVID just shut down a lot of things. The markets, Roseback Market was something I was doing every Sunday, but because of COVID, they had to shut it down. So since March, it's been kind of slow. But there's the digital space, there's Facebook, Instagram, there's those other platforms that I'm pushing on.
Yeah. What is your ideal? What is Sandile's dream? What is the ultimate?
The ultimate dream is to inspire the next generation of artists. Because when I was young, I was told, you know, art is not a real job. I kept hearing that, you know, from the older generation. You know, art is not something you can live off of. It's not sustainable. But it is if you have the right mindset. So I want to inspire the next generation of kids, or the youth rather, to push it forward. You know, that's my dream.
And And how do you reach your clients? I mean, I know you use Instagram and stuff, but you know, how ideally would I know of you if I'm not an Instagram? And let's take a 64-year-old politician who knows nothing about social media, but is a very influential
That's
person.
yes. I think the way I approach it is through the markets, like through places where people go and relax and enjoy themselves, like the restaurants, places where people gather, so you can get enough people to see your work, at least
Yeah.
on the ground. You know, you need to get something on the ground so people can see and actually visualize, because people want to see it in person.
What would you describe as the most difficult part of your business?
The most difficult part is the marketing part. Just getting your foot out there. You know, you can have amazing work, you can be super talented, but if your marketing strategy, or you don't have a business plan at all, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
don't know much about the arts. I'm not going to lie to you. I have followed this and that. I've watched people's work. You know, I've seen Gerard Sukoto's work. I've seen Pemba's works. I've seen other people before you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, currently I've seen Rasta and
Rasta, famous
other
Rasta.
people. But
Yes.
who's your inspiration?
My inspiration. Wow. Have you heard of Nelson Makomo? Nelson
Yes,
Makomo is
yes,
pretty. Yeah, he's
yes.
done some really big things. You know, he's up there. I think he's one of the top artists in South Africa, because he was featured on the Time magazine. He's collaborated with different international people, and so that's someone I look up to. You know, he's hard to reach, but he's up there.
Yeah. What is it that people like me misunderstand about your work? And I'll tell you, my first misunderstanding is that it's art, therefore it's expensive, therefore it's not meant for me.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Most people think it's expensive just because it's art, but really it's an investment you make, just like, you know, buying furniture or an interior, something for your house. It's like something to put in your space to give it that life. So I
Yes.
think most people, they have a misconception that art is expensive, but it really is subjective on what kind of art it is, you know. So it just depends on what kind of art you like, because everyone likes different kinds of art.
So in short, I can afford you.
In short, you can afford me. Most people afford me. Most people, you know, the problem is most people see the celebrities that are painted and think, oh, you know, it's expensive. But really, it's not. It's not that. It is. It's just that was a marketing strategy I used at the time. At that time, you see, so it made sense for that time. But now I'm actually painting a lot of different people, a lot of different things.
You know, I think it's because, you know, even when I see the pictures of the galleries, you know, I see this well-clothed people, you know, who are looking at your product, and you can see these guys drinking champagne, and I'm thinking, I can't do that.
Can I tell you something? You know, it's actually just for sure. All that stuff is just to dress up the event. You know, people go there, they want to have a good time, sip on some wine. They want to look impressive when really they're not. They just want to look the part. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so how do people? Sorry, continue.
No, it's fine. I just
okay. I was going to say then, how do the people who are watching us now having this conversation, how do they reach you? How do they access your work? And how do they support you, most importantly?
First thing, you just find me on Instagram. It's Sandile Dumiso. That's my name on Instagram. And all my links are on there. So when you go to my Instagram page, you find my number is there, my email is there. That's the quickest way to reach me.
Is the easiest way. Well, we are repeating all those details on our platform. Yes. And, you know, one day when we can have proper contact, hopefully we can have another show in studio and showcase you doing the work live, and maybe have a live exhibition with some of our viewers and listeners, and therefore demystify the art to them.
Yes, that'll be amazing. That'll be great.
Now I like that. See, I like that, because then even I'm going to start thinking I can access this thing. Even for the Oppenheimers alone.
Yes. It's actually for the masses. It's for the general people that have never seen art but appreciate it. You want to show people that we can do this as Black people in Africa. We can actually do this ourselves. We don't need the fancy galleries. We don't need the expensive walls. We can do this ourselves.
That's true. And
Yeah.
honestly, I would rather have a Sandile Dumiso in my living room
I
than a Van
appreciate
Gogh.
that.
And I don't say anything bad about a Van Gogh. I'm sure he's good, but
Yes.
I'd like to support my own. All the best,
Yes.
mate. Well done.
Thank you.
And we're looking
Thank
forward
you.
to connecting with your work. And hopefully one day we connect together and do this thing in a different platform.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sandile Dumiso, full-time artist. He's been around. The man got started in Chicago. He's studied more in this country. He's your man. Please find him on Instagram. Please support his work. It is not exclusive. It's for all of us. Great stuff
Yes.
and have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
I am the project manager with the SA Innovation Summit, and I run with the program's origination of startups in South Africa and Africa as a whole. I also support the Women Tech Development Program, which is a female entrepreneur development. And I support the Femintech Development Program, which is a female entrepreneurship program that aims to support female entrepreneurs in South Africa. And I also help put the summit program, the annual summit program together. And yeah, that's basically me. Okay, so part of the program this year is a focus on the startup to scale up stream, which is basically a focus on the tech entrepreneur and entrepreneurs in general to kind of take them through the startup journey. So that is from ideation, you have the idea, how do you then start up your business, to the growth and scale phase, and then ultimately to exit. How do you develop your business so you can eventually exit with a 20 times return? And that encompasses different masterclasses, panel discussion, roundtable discussions with different founders, investors, and business leaders in Africa. So we've got there's some innovations in health tech, agri-tech, some fintech, some social entrepreneurship, financial inclusion, financial growth, that sort of thing. And basically trying to help Africa become a better place. So we've got quite a few competitions happening this year. We have the Femintech Demo Day, which is part of our Femintech development program, and that's a focus on female entrepreneurs with tech and tech-enabled startups in all sectors. And then we have the Swiss SA Pitch Battle, which is high-tech startups, 10 Swiss startups and 10 SA startups. Now we'll go head to head to determine who is the best in Europe and Africa. Okay, then we have the GIZ Demo Day, which will feature high-tech agriculture innovations from Southern Africa who are aiming to secure to help with food security in Africa. And then we have the Inventors Garage Demo Day, which is the highlight of the SA Innovation Summit, which is the prototypes, demos, minimal viable products from innovators from Africa, and they're going to showcase all their upcoming prototypes, and there's some interesting innovations there. And then we have the Africa Cup. And the Africa Cup is early stage high growth startups from all sectors who are looking to grow and scale into the rest of the continent. And lastly, our Boost Up competition, which is part of a program with the Southern African Innovation Support Program. And this is early stage startups again from Southern Africa, looking for funding, market exposure, and growth into the African market. Okay, so our competitions at the moment are closed and we're in the final stages, but entrepreneurs are welcome to register for the SA Innovation Summit, and they can participate in all the masterclasses, watch all the demo days, the pitching dens, pitch battles, and they can also take part in the Match and Invest platform where if they're looking for business support, funding,
Just a reminder that tonight we launch a partnership with the SA Innovation Summit, which is going virtual this year, 30th September to the 1st of October. And because of this partnership, you qualify for a 10% discount to the summit. Use promo code RAMS10, and the link is right below here. Now then, many businesses live or die on the basis of their books. I cannot overemphasize the importance of keeping good books and clean books. Most of you will also remember how our funding coach, Zara Roji, always emphasizes how you guys lose out on funding opportunities because you do not keep good books. So, EasyBiz Technologies is the official distributor of QuickBooks in Southern Africa. And joining us tonight is a female business leader, head of sales and services at EasyBiz Technologies, Bridget Toit, to talk to us more about this and the opportunity they have for you. Bridget, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's absolutely divine to be here. Thank you for having me on this chilly evening.
I was just about to say, how beautiful is this spring day?
Yeah, it just couldn't get any worse, could it? I mean, it's absolutely
No, you'll never find it anywhere else. It has to do, I don't know, it's not even a COVID thing. I think it's a Trump thing or something to do with something.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that one.
Look,
it's best.
I gave a 3-word introduction of EasyBiz, but let me give you the opportunity to introduce yourself better as an organization.
Right, so EasyBiz Technologies, as you said, we are the official distributor for QuickBooks, and we used to sell a product that was very well known in the market, the desktop version. We still sell desktop, but our main emphasis, as you so rightly said earlier, is QuickBooks Online. So we call it QBO for short. And it's really a game changer for any small business, because the beauty of QBO or QuickBooks Online is that you don't have to be an accounting expert to use it. So the software just makes accounting tasks an absolute snap. You know, you can do everything with it. You can record your sales. You get paid up to 2 times faster. You set up your invoices. You accept debit, credit cards. You get payment notification on money that comes in. So you can keep track of every money that you spend on invoices, purchases, expenses, you know, with your QuickBooks Online. So it goes without saying that you can also run expense reports, profits, losses, etc. You know, all the normal good stuff that we have to do. Yeah.
I'll tell you for me why it's more important, other than what you just mentioned, is also in the period that we're in with this pandemic. The luxury now of contact with somebody else to help me with my books is gone. So I gotta do things myself. But we all of us small business people, we get scared when we hear accounting. We get paralyzed that would I be able to do this? And you tell me I can do it myself, Bridge?
Do it yourself, because the beauty of QuickBooks is that it was actually designed by a businessman. It wasn't designed by an accountant, and I think that's really important for everyone to realize and comprehend. So it was designed by someone who he saw his wife struggling with her books. She ran a little business, and he saw her every night, you know, sitting up late trying to balance her books, trying to keep a count of everything. And he eventually said, there's got to be an easier way. And that's when QuickBooks Online was birthed. So yes, it absolutely is designed for the man on the street. Or the woman, sorry, let me not forget.
Of course, in this case in particular, it was created for a woman on the streets. You know, now all of us have access to it. We thank her for having been helped by her husband. But then the question that I ask is, and it probably has got nothing to do with your business, and I actually like it because I believe in disruption. Could this be, with programs like this, could this be the end of accounting, conventional accounting as we always have known it?
Well, you know, it's such a good question. We actually ponder this and pontificate about this every single day, because I'm not sure that it's the end of accounting as you know it, but it certainly gives rise and birth to a new accounting. So what's happened, like, for example, in the past, you know, we'd call on our accountant would charge us by the hour. He would get in his car, come to us, or we'd go to him with our big shoebox full of receipts, etc. We hand it over to our accountant, and the accountant would sit and spend hours capturing. So what it's doing is this whole cloud is changing the way that we work. So for example, the customer is now able to work anywhere. They can work anytime. So they can go to the beach, they can go on holiday, they can be, at a meeting, and they can actually work on their app on the phone. So the data is always at the customer's fingertips. They can always manage their books literally on the go from any device. And where it's changed for the accountants is that the accountants now can log on to their software, and they can log in simultaneously with their customers, and they can work directly with them online. So you see where it's changing the face for the accountant is the accountant is now becoming more business enabled. He's actually sitting with the customer and going, right, let's have a look at this. How can I help you with that? Instead of just spending his hours capturing data.
They become a business advisor now, not just a bookkeeper.
For sure. And that's revolutionary.
Glad that you've mentioned my phone, because I was going to say, do I need a specific, can I do iOS? Can I do Mac? We all have fancy stuff now. Does it work on all platforms?
Works on all platforms. So you can literally, as I say, have it on your phone, have it on your laptop, if you've still got a desktop, you can still download it on there. So any device, iPads.
And now, one or two of my clients, Bridget, are not in this country, and therefore the currency is not the rand. How do I work there with QuickBooks?
Simple. You just choose the drop-down arrow and choose rands. It's that simple. It is multi-currency enabled. So obviously, if you're not in the borders of South Africa, as long as you follow the kind of our VAT kind of system, our tax regulations, you can use QuickBooks from anywhere. We've got large distributors working out of Kenya, Namibia, Botswana. So yeah, they're just ready to go.
Wow. Okay. Now, finally, I hear that there's something that is on offer currently for small businesses.
Yes. So what we're doing at the minute is we're offering a 50% discount to all our customers if they sign up on QuickBooks Online. Now, we're talking about a currency or a fee that is literally a couple of $100 a month. So a 50% discount, we're talking, if you take the simplest of our offerings, which is Simple Pay, you're going to pay $100 a month. And the beauty of it is that at any stage, if you don't like it, if you don't like our service, if you don't like what we've done for you, you just switch it off. There's no contracts, there's nothing like that. So it really is just, what have you got to lose? Really, is all I've got to say. What have you got to lose?
You know what I like about it is that buying this product also becomes an expense that I can put in my QuickBooks.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. Can you come work for me, Rams? Thank you.
So how then do we get in touch and access this opportunity?
All right, so we've our website, if you log on to our website, which is www.easybiztech.co.za. So that's EasyBiz with a Z and TECH. Yeah. And all our details are on there, or people can phone us on 011. Let me just think about this. It's 203-4300.
203-4300.
That's right.
Excellent. And
yes.
For how long is this opportunity available?
We're offering it to your viewers for the next week. So it'll be available to next week, Wednesday.
So in short, guys, it's until the end of the cold front. So